This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone, it's Holly McFarland at East Texas Communities Foundation, representing East Texas Giving Day. I do apologize for the lateness of getting this video recorded. We presented this video originally on February 15th, but it failed to capture the recording. So this is going to be another recording of the same presentation, just so that we can make sure all of those that didn't get to see it the first time around will have access to it on the easttexasgivingday.org website under nonprofit resources. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. A little bit about ETCF. We were founded in 1989, and in those 30 years, we have received about $188 million in contributions, $121 million in grants have been made, and currently have about $134 million in assets between 406 charitable funds, which, about half of those are endowed, which is amazing. We are a nonprofit corporation, 501c3, like many of you. We serve individuals and nonprofits in 32 counties across East Texas, from Texarkana to Lufkin, from the border with Louisiana all the way over to Canton. If you're within those areas, then we serve you. We are a charitable fund administrator, so we have 5 different fund types. Donor advised funds, which are like a charitable checking account for donors. Usually they are created with some sort of very complex asset, which is our specialty. A nonprofit fund benefits a single charity, much like your particular individual organization. We would love to talk to you about how to create one and do planned giving for your organization. They don't have to be permanent funds, and we have several different things that we can help you guys with if you're doing capital campaigns and that kind of stuff. So if you have something like that pending in your future, give us a call. We can certainly provide you with some information and things you may not have considered in the past. Scholarship funds. Scholarship funds are what I'm sure that we're most familiar with. These help young people go to college. Generous community members have created them, whether they benefit their alma mater or a specific education field. Scholarship funds are near and dear to my heart, and that's actually what helped me go to college. Designated funds are kind of the catch-all. They are usually specified by a specific field of interest or a geographical location, or perhaps they are the same kind of charities, like say an animal charity, several animal charities or something like that. So they kind of are the do-all, catch-all. So we have quite a few of those, and we would love to help you if you have something like that in your plans. Our unrestricted fund at East Texas Communities Foundation is not that large. We do use the unrestricted funds endowment, so to speak, to pay for our prizes related to East Texas Giving Day. Okay, so the meat and potatoes of this presentation. What are the matching funds? Matching funds are additional funds contributed directly to your nonprofit during your Giving Day campaign to encourage the public to support you during this endeavor. Matching funds are a crucial part of the gamification of Giving Day. They provide greater incentive for donors to give to you. It encourages existing donors to give in new and exciting ways, and it offers donors a way to increase the value of their contribution to your organization. So Giving Day, as a reminder, falls in the pyramid of giving under annual gifts. These are people that you're asking, can you support us this year? Next up the food chain is major gifts. That's, would you consider a gift to this campaign, this extension of our office, those kind of things, the major gifts. Planned gifts are whenever you start talking to someone about estate gifts, something large that's coming from their estate that could help your organization in perpetuity. Why should you consider matching funds? Because it increases gifts. It also helps with urgency. This is a timed event, friends. It will end at midnight on April 26th. So having those matching funds, you push out content that tells everyone, you got to give before midnight, and we've got this match fund that we're trying to unlock, and we need your help. It helps you reach your overall fundraising goals quickly because it has a call to action. We get this if you do that. It's clear to the donor what your expectations are. It can expand your donor base. It can attract new donors. I know in the past that I have supported organizations that had matching funds that I would have never supported in the past, but I did because the matching funds made me feel like, well, I could help them get over this hump. They're so close to their goal. They're just very inspiring little help for your organization. And they're exciting. They're a way for you to promote. They help you generate results. They're just matching funds in this campaign have yielded great results. The matching funds are important to donors because it creates credibility. You're already having significant support, so that just shows that there's a strong community awareness for what you do, and it provides the donor confidence in what you're doing. It's a challenge. It allows donors to double their impact and creates confidence. Matching donors love to inspire people, and so this helps you create that donor relationship and make it stronger and bring new people to your mission. So let's talk a little bit about how matching funds helped last year. We had about 109 of the 250 plus organizations that had matching funds. 71% of those nonprofits met their full match, which is, 3/4. It's pretty amazing. Raising 1.4 million of our overall total. So half of the funds in our overall total were raised by organizations that had matching funds. Nonprofits that had a match raised 228% more than those that did not have one. It's an amazing asset that you should consider when you're creating your Giving Day campaign for your organization. Year over year, nonprofits have raised 55% more in 2021 than 2020 if they had a match. So again, the proof's in the pudding, folks. It certainly will help your organization. How will matching funds work? Okay, so this is one of the key things that I want you guys to pay attention to because it is essential to understanding how this component of fundraising works. Okay, the match amount shows on your page on Giving Day, and they are tied to the gamification of the platform. Matches are dollar for dollar, and I have a visual aid to help us with that in a moment. Remaining match will decline as gifts are received. So remember, it goes dollar for dollar. You can update your match through April 21st in the platform. You can do it on the homepage of the dashboard. There is the little middle column underneath the blue and green bubbles that tell you when seminars and things are. There is a button that you can click and it automatically launches a window where you can update and manage your matching amount. You can also go in and fully edit, push the edit button in your profile and then scroll all the way down, but this is kind of a shortcut. We have created some new options to help clear up what matching funds are for your organization. So when you're entering them in, you can say, yes, my match is 100% guaranteed. This means that that match was given to your organization as an outright gift. You could say, yes, my match is a true dollar for dollar. No, I do not have a match at all. Or not yet, which means you're out hustling and trying to make it happen. Okay, so again, what do these definitions mean? 100% guaranteed. It is an outright gift that no matter what your outcomes are on East Texas Giving Day, the donor has given you this fund and has said, yes, you can use it for this campaign, but it is yours no matter what you fundraise for. The true dollar for dollar match is that the donor will probably give you the money after the event because they need to see how much that you have raised. Now they will match you or they will provide up to a certain dollar amount. So let's say, for example, that someone has come to you and wants to do a dollar for dollar match on East Texas Giving Day of $5,000. That means that you can put $5,000 in your match pool, in your match bucket, and then every dollar that you raise up to $5,000, that donor can then write you a check up to $5,000 for the money that you've raised. No obviously means no, and not yet means that you're looking for that giving day partner, and you can do that up until April 21st. So be patient, be strategic, think about whom you can partner with, but you do have some time to get that entered into the system. It will show up on your landing page, that $3,500 goal on this. It'll show match met if you have met your match. It also shows up on the leaderboard, and a cute little trophy will pop up if your match funds have been met. You can sort by that column. So if at the end of, as the night winds down, if a donor is interested in getting more bang for their buck, they could sort by that column, and anyone with a remaining match fund, they could make a gift to that organization, as that could be the inspiration they needed. Okay, so this is the visual I was telling you guys about, that we are going to hopefully clear up how matching funds work. So I want you to envision you have this red bucket, and it's got $1,000 of match money that has been gifted to your organization. This is 100% an outright gift to your organization of $1,000. Giving Day opens, and at the stroke of midnight, you've received $500 from the public. It's your green bucket. Your leaderboard will show a total of $1,000. That is made up of $500 from the red bucket, your match, and $500 from those public donations. That's the green bucket. So together, that's where the leaderboard's going to show the 1,000. So whenever it shows $1,000 on there, it's not all of your match. It's a half and half. It's one from each of those buckets. So think about that as you're going forward. You would have still shown $500 in match money available on your leaderboard, okay? Because you hadn't quite gotten the public support to fully unlock or move all the red bucket money to the leaderboard yet. Okay, so let's talk about how you can get matching funds for your organization. So I would recommend that you set a goal. It doesn't have to be huge. $500. I've seen as little as $100 in someone's match pool. It's fine. If you just want to experiment this year and do $100, that's fabulous. But it's a great place to start, and it's a great marketing tool for the future. It doesn't have to be a brand new donor. It could be an existing donor that you want to leverage as part of this campaign. And it could, you need to make it achievable. So I've seen a variety of numbers put on there, but really when you're doing your match, it needs to be something that you know that is achievable and something that you are really going to strive to capture. Okay, so find that supporter, find your donor, look nearby. It can be a board member. They can pool their resources. If you have 5 board members and each of them gave $100, then there's your $500 matching pool. So don't trip over yourself trying to find someone new and exciting. Use what you know and use what you've got. It can be a major donor or an existing donor. It can be a lead volunteer that you have. It can be a number of people that are valued to your organization. It can be key staff. If you are a food bank and you partner with the local restaurant group, then consider asking them, or the civic group that you're a member of, if they would pull together the resources and be your match sponsor. It could be a local business partner. So say you do business with a local insurance company. That could be someone that you could approach to be part of your match resource pool. You need to ask. You're never going to get a match if you don't ask. You have to go out and talk to people. Explain how this added value has been proven in the past, and you can use those strategic numbers that I mentioned earlier about how much better people with match do. But when you're talking to the donor, it's helpful to give examples and to give true numbers. And we have those. So if you're looking for something in particular, give us a call. If you have match data from your previous years of participating in Giving Day, I recommend that you pull that data and start trying to present that when you go to someone to talk about asking them for a match. You can pool those resources together. So say donor Jim gives you $1,000 donor John gives you 1,000, and donor Jane gives you another 1,000. That's going to be 3,000 total that you enter into that match field on your profile. I'm sorry, this is where I need to defend the system. The system is not savvy enough to let you put each of those individually in there. It is going to be a sum of all of your resources in that one column, but it is up to you, and you can promote that in your social media campaigns and your email campaigns where each of those, that $3,000 came from. But within the system, it can only do it as a sum. And again, discuss those terms with your match donor so that whenever you enter it in, you can say, yes, it's an outright gift, or yes, it's a 100% dollar for dollar match. Okay, promote, and when you think you've promoted enough, promote some more. Prior to giving day, you should tease the match. Put it out in all of your propaganda. Sorry. Do a email, do a postcard, do whatever it is that your organization can invest in to promote those match. Use clear language, and I have some examples I'll show you in a moment. Update your audience as you go through Giving Day campaign and let them know how close you are to getting your goal. And once you've reached your match, cheer, do celebrations on social media, do a Facebook Live, do all manner of things to celebrate what that match has allowed your organization to fundraise for on this Giving Day. And share the power of a gift. A large gift, a small gift, they all help. $10 can make a difference to someone that you're serving. So let's talk about marketing that match. This is one from last year that we created. It shows the two puppies. Matching funds will double your gift until midnight on the date of Giving Day. Thanks to a generous donation from our board, your donation will be doubled on Giving Day. Every dollar up to $2,500 can be matched. Hurry, the clock is ticking. Those words that the clock is ticking are motivators. They naturally, no one, we don't instinctively want to be late to something. We don't ever want to miss out on something. So that's just hitting into the psychology of how humans operate. Using those words like that can help motivate people to give to you during this timed event. Whenever you're emailing out to people, please include a link to your landing page to give. And along with that, when I say your landing page to give, I am referring to your East Texas Giving Day landing page, not your organization's personal donation portal. This event is geared towards people giving through the easttexasgivingday.org website one day a year. The other 364, we encourage you and support your efforts in fundraising through your own web portal. But for Giving Day, please remember that our efforts combined are what makes this day successful, and drive your donors and your supporters to easttexasgivingday.org. You can use Facebook, you can use Instagram. I'm not young and hip, but if you are, then you can use the dance site, whatever that one is called. I can't think now. But anyway, use those and get your name out there if it benefits your organization and if it fits the demographic of your donor. Do some follow-up. Even after Giving Day, share the details of what that match did. Tell the stories. Use your newsletters and thank you notes to your donors and post on social media. Share the stories of the impact of how Giving Day and the match helped you and your organization. So there are some creative matches. These are some that I saw on other Giving Days. I liked the verbiage on this. You are the key to Giving Day. Help us unlock critical support for dogs and kittens. So think about words that, and this was their whole campaign, this keys and unlock and all that. It was a great little campaign. Clear calls to action that your donors can understand. 25 donations of $25 unlocks a week's worth of dog food from the ABC company. So these are just great, clear, very precise ads or posts on social media that can help the public understand how they can support you. This is from North Texas Food Bank. I love the picture of the two little guys over there with their oranges. An anonymous donor graciously increased their match to double gifts up to $60,000, but only by midnight. Let's make North Texas Giving Day count for hungry neighbors. Double your impact now. So all those key words about let's get it done before midnight. We're in this together. It's all of that psychology of giving that helps motivate donors to give. This was another campaign from Meals on Wheels up in, I believe this one was in Fort Worth, perhaps, or Dallas. They used signs and they used board members. And what they did was they talked about how giving now, this board has matched up to $5,000. You're increasing your circle of influence because you are promoting your board, and these board members have a influential influence over their friends and colleagues. And so you want them to share this, that they are part of the match. They are invested in the mission. Not only do they serve, they put their money where their mouth is. These are great ways for you as a Giving Day participant to raise awareness. And this is Operation Kindness. I just thought this was a great visual with this young person with the two puppies talking about scheduling gifts for North Texas Giving Day, matched up to $10,000. Schedule your gift now. 100% of your gift will go straight to animals and these puppies, providing shelter, medicine, surgeries, nutritious food, and loving care. I just thought it was a sweet picture. These are very clear. If you don't have photos, but you do have your logo, and you can certainly use online resources to create these kind of marketing materials. You're making twice the impact. We're halfway to our match. There's the little thermometer, a fundraising thermometer, and then at the end they did a post that was, we did it, raising $156,000 for our organization. This is one from our local participants from last year. Very clean imagery. Give where you live. Up to $20,000 of your donation to the Texarkana College Foundation Student Emergency Fund will be matched by an anonymous donor. They have their branding. They have the Giving Days branding. They aren't using photos of their students. They're using generic art, which is awesome. Use what you have available to you. The extra words that went with this were many college students are just one emergency away from dropping out. So they're explaining what these gifts are used for. And again, up to $20,000 of gifts will be matched by an anonymous donor. Schedule your gift today. So again, it's just real helpful to have East Texas Giving Day tagged in your social media, as well as promoting what your organization is doing. Here's another good example. I like this one because she clearly has what the matching grants value is, the $7,500, and then she has the visual, your dollar plus the matching dollar equals $2 of impact. She was trying to get to her goal of $15,000, and they did. Here she is midway on the event, telling them that they are $3,200 away from their goal. Your donation will be doubled thanks to the $7,500 grant. And then she goes on to say what COVID has done to their fundraising and how it has affected their 16-county area and the hospice clients that they serve. So this was a very, very good explanation as to how the money would be used to help the mission of this organization. Okay, so we will continue to encourage giving and matching funds through Giving Day. So again, we will do the $3,000 in matching funds. If you have $3,000 in matching funds in the system by April 21st, you will be put into a drawing to win a $1,000 bonus prize. Now, we're going to talk about ethics a little bit here. If you put in that you have $3,000 in matching funds, that means that you legitimately have $3,000 in matching funds and that you aren't still on April 21st hustling to get that extra, to get the full $3,000. If you put it in, it really needs to be honest to goodness that you have it. I'm not saying that this has ever happened in the past, but I always feel like I should explain that because the money never comes to ETCF, I am doing this on the honor system that you guys are using your ethics codes for being a fundraiser, and knowing that you don't want to ever mislead the public. You don't ever want to mislead other donors to your organization. If you put in that you have $2,000 in matching or $500 in matching, it needs to be the honest to goodness truth. Because if that ever got out that you had put in something that you didn't really have, then it loses your credibility in the community, and you just can't afford to do that and sustain and serve the clients that you serve. So that's my ethics talk for the day. But I do encourage you to try to get $3,000 or more in matching funds, and have that truly accounted for within your organization. Okay. So we have the handbook. It's out there on the East Texas Giving Day website. It's under nonprofit resources. You can download this handbook. It's got trainings, it's got tips, checklists, emails, donor templates, social media, a mock calendar, and more. We have a handful of webinars left for this Giving Day campaign. We have social media basics, creating nonprofit celebration pages. Those last year were our peer-to-peer fundraisers. They were very helpful to organizations that took advantage of them. So we're going to dive into that relatively new tool for this campaign. And then, of course, prizes are at the end of the month. The end of March will be released. And then we have a donor stewardship training to kind of wrap your mind about how you can work with these donors and get them to truly invest long-term in your mission. Okay, attending these trainings is valuable, folks. Those that attended did 40% more than those that did not attend. So please do your best, attend as many of these trainings as you possibly can, and only hone your skills. These are free trainings, and we try to provide you with very valuable resources of things you can take with you outside of Giving Day and use them throughout the year in your other campaigns. When you have a chance, you might want to look at this slide. This was an unexpected donor that became someone's lead matching gift. So the way this all happened was, this was in Dallas. They had made a gift on North Texas Giving Day of $5,000 to this organization. Well, they called, they tried to steward this donor, never could really connect, and a year went by. They wound up sending them a letter and asked if they would consider giving their gift again of $5,000, because prior to Giving Day, you should be reaching out to anyone who supported you in the past, because our data shows that 99% of those past givers would give again if asked. So this organization did that, and they got a reply from this donor that said, "Oh my goodness, yes, we'll give to you, but this time we'd love to be your match partner and do $15,000." So just by reaching out and doing the pre-leg work, they were able to triple their original gift from this donor. So always remember to celebrate people who have given you in the past, reach out to them, remind them of the date of this new event, and solicit and continue with that donor stewardship so that you can grow their investment into your organization. Okay, so hopefully if you're seeing this before Monday, February 28th, 2022, you need to know that the early bird perks registration of $100 will be ending at 5 o'clock that afternoon. After that, the remaining time during the month of March, registration does go up to $125. Profiles are locked on April 21st, which is when you need to have your match funds put into the system. Early giving starts on April 4th. That's why these deadlines matter, because by April 4th, it's game on, and you should be pushing all of your attention towards fundraising for East Texas Giving Day, not trying to find a match, not trying to get your profile updated, not trying to pay to be participating in East Texas Giving Day. We are just about 31 days from game time. So I need you guys to start thinking about what you're going to do and how your efforts are going to, what your efforts are going to do so that you can be an excellent fundraiser on Giving Day. Okay, so if you have questions, please reach out to me. My email is here on the screen. You can also call our offices. I am available to answer most of your questions most of the time. So I hope that this recording has been helpful for you. And I look forward to working with you as we go in East Texas Giving Day 2022. Thanks, y'all.